Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us again. Thank you also for your time. We appreciate it a lot. So we have here Ivana. Ivana is an amazing person. She's also a Microsoft MVP, right? If I'm correct. And Jennifer is going to do her awesome job of introducing our speaker. So Jennifer, take
Thanks,
it away.
Arome. I am thrilled to introduce to you all Ivana Tilca. Ivana is a Microsoft MVP in artificial intelligence, an area that I love and adore, and also a quality manager at 3XM Group. She's a former Microsoft employee and was part of the Office web apps team in Redmond, Washington, which is amazing. I'm sure she has amazing stories to tell us about that some other time. And also of the new technologies team of Microsoft in Argentina and Uruguay. Thrilled to have you with us today, Ivana. I can't wait to hear what you have to share with us around artificial intelligence and VR.
Hi, guys. It's a pleasure to be here. So, as you said, I'm a Microsoft MVP in Artificial Intelligence. I'm a quality manager in the company 3XM Group. And today I have a lot of things to show you guys. So we are going to break our brains a little bit and try to imagine all the possibilities that we can do with mixed reality and artificial intelligence. So let me know if I can share my screen. I
Sure, you
think
can.
you, okay, perfect. 1 second. Great. I think you
So
see
have
it.
fun.
Okay.
Have fun,
Thank
Ivana.
you. Thank you. Okay, guys. So as I said, here's my presentation. You have my Twitter account in there and my blog. I will start over, so we don't have much time. So let me, guys, start by talking about a little bit about the technology stack that Microsoft offers for the mixed reality platform that we are going to be working on today. So first of all, as you can see at the bottom, we have different devices that we can interact with this platform that is the Mixed Reality Toolkit, the one that we are going to be covering today. And as you can see, we have in there a couple of devices, not only HoloLens, but we have also VR devices. We have a drone in there, and we also have Azure Connect. Right now, I'm streaming from an Azure Connect, and I made a couple of crazy stuff to show you. And we were testing it before, so we will try it to work because I'm using only one camera, and that makes a little bit confusion on the streaming. But we can make it work with Jennifer and Arome. And then we have, as you can see, different services that Microsoft offers to work with this type of devices. One of them is the mixed reality services that you can see in there, the Azure Digital Twins, Azure Spatial Anchors. Now new on the market, you have Azure Object Anchors, and you have also Azure Remote Rendering. This all covers the different services in order for you to develop really important applications that can make an important impact on your business. And then we have as Jennifer says, our favorite services, which is the cognitive services. And we have AI in there. We have the vision, we have the speech, we have language, knowledge, search, and different labs that can help us with the mixed reality development. And we are going to be covering a couple of scenarios in how this can help us create our applications for HoloLens and also desktop applications using both not only the devices, but also the different tools that we have to work with the Mixed Reality Toolkit and also the cognitive services. So let's go ahead. As I mentioned, what are we going to be covering today? We are going to be covering Mixed Reality Toolkit and the tools that let's say that the engines that we're going to be using. One is Unreal Engine and the other one is Unity. As you guys know, Unity works on the background with Visual Studio, which is something that we are going to show a little bit. I'm not going to code because we don't have much time, but we are going to see at least how these applications connect to the cognitive services through C#, okay? Then I needed also to explain a little bit about the different realities that we have. As I mentioned, this session is only about mixed reality. We also have what it is augmented reality, which is something you can work through devices and you can add some holograms to your reality. You're augmented something to your reality. And you have the virtual realities, which is a reality that you are absolutely immersed in another universe, in a technological universe created by a computer. And then we have mixed reality, which is kind of the combinations between virtual reality and augmented reality. you have the possibility to place holograms on your reality and also interact with them. So that's the difference between mixed reality and the other two. But something important that what I'm going to show today is cross-platform. So if you develop for mixed reality, of course, there are a couple of things that are still not 100% possible to port to these other devices like VRs and phones, but most of the things that we're going to be showing today are cross-platforms. Okay, so let's begin. In order, if you guys don't know which one are the different cognitive services that you have, as we saw it on the first slide, we have vision, we have speech, we have language, decision, and search. Vision basically help us with the recognition, identification, and everything through pictures, video, or digital content. Then we have speech. Basically, speech helps us with the conversion of spoken audio into text, or maybe translation, or maybe text into speech, which is something really cool, guys. If you are working with holograms, imagine that you can make a hologram speak to you. And we're going to do something about that today. Then you have language, which is, as I said, the possibility to translate to different languages, not only text, but also speech. You can speak in one language, and that service is going to grab that information and is going to translate to the language that you prefer. And we have decisions, which is based on recommendations, and you have search. As you all know, we have all the different services from being search APIs that you can add to your application. But how does these cognitive services interact with mixed reality? So we have, as you can see on my screen, first of all, the hologram. We have in mixed reality a hologram, as you saw on the slide, with the amazing HoloLens. And we have for one side the HoloLens, and we have the mixed reality toolkit, which is the one that makes us build amazing applications, the framework that makes us build amazing applications. And we have cognitive services. And then we have the devices, extra devices that can help us with that. And first of all, I'm not going to cover only HoloLens. I'm going to cover also Azure Kinect, as I said. So we have in this opportunity our amazing Azure Kinect. And of course, we could use also implement things to mobile with these frameworks that we're going to see. But nothing else to talk. First of all, let me go to the demo. It's a small demo, guys, so hope you guys enjoy it. Let me go over here. So what we have in here is a project that has mixed reality on it, and it can help us identify stuff in our UI. This is working especially with Azure Kinect. So this is going to detect myself on this application, and in this application, I'm going to place a hologram on top of something that's going to detect on my image, on my streaming of my video. So what I'm going to do on this application, and this is just for you to see that what you can build on your application, is I'm going to place that 3XM Group logo that you're seeing on my screen on my right hand. So this application is going to detect my hands, it's going to detect my face, it's going to detect my expressions, and I'm going to place that logo on top of my hand. So as I told you guys, we tested this before our session and we had a couple of trouble. So if you're not hearing my voice, just wait for it. You will see me on the screen in a couple of minutes for you to see the demo, how it works. And then I will be back with audio if you don't see me, and with the video. Okay, just give me a second. I need first to unplug my camera. Awesome. Now I will change. And if you don't hear me, guys, just give me a couple of seconds, as I said. Please, 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 please. Okay, then I will keep on talking just in case you're hearing me. And this is launching my Azure Kinect. So as you can see, this is already detecting my hand. And this is detecting, what if I put my hand down? It is also detecting.
Hi, Ivana. If you can hear me, we lost your audio, but it's fine. Great. Okay, great.
You can add me. Awesome. Okay, guys. So I was explaining that you could detect the logo on my hand, but if I put the other hand, it could not detect that it was my right hand, and it didn't place the logo on top of that hand. So imagine a scenario in which you actually need something to be displayed on a specific area of a patient. Let's say you are a doctor and you are playing a surgery or something, and you need to detect certain parts of your body, of the body that you are working on. Then you can place exactly the information that you need, and it won't get confused by using cognitive services. You have the possibility to understand what is happening on top of there. So going back to I'm checking my time. Going back to the cognitive services, another cognitive services that we have in here is what I said, the language part of the cognitive services. You mentioned that you can translate, that you can identify which one is the language that you're working on. And there is an amazing demo, an amazing video. I'm going to show you just a little bit of that demo. I'm going to speak on top of that video. This video is about a hologram that is being created with Azure Connect. And it's also, the speech is being translated in real time to another language. And this is where all the scenarios of mixed reality and AI get together, because we now have our hologram that we can create through Azure Connect. As you guys saw, it is detecting the death of the camera, is detecting the death of my hologram in this situation. We have the mixed reality toolkit, we have HoloLens, and we have cognitive services, and we have the speech translator or voice in order to create that hologram in 3D. And you may wonder, okay, Ivana, but that's so difficult to create a hologram of myself. And actually, it's not. If you have a death camera, the death camera is already getting the information that you have of your entire body. In this example, I will show you how I created an application and streamed myself to another place. That's a friend of mine that is receiving a hologram of myself. And I could add the speech recognition cognitive services in order to translate what I'm speaking to the other person that is on the other side of the world. And we do that, as I said, with Azure Connect. We create our 3D hologram with this depth sensor or with any other depth sensors that you can apply or interact with any other camera that has the possibility to grab a depth and create a hologram. Now, probably you said, okay, Ivana, but what about the speech? And I have another, in this case, I won't be taking away my screen. I have it in here. This is a small demo that you can already see in the Mixed Reality Toolkit website. So if you go to Microsoft Doc, you can get this, the code of this, and you can reuse it on your own application. What this has is already a kind of libraries that are going to connect to my speech service, as I said, cognitive services. This is going to connect to my speech. And in this situation, this is going to recognize the language I'm speaking, and it's going to give me the possibility to translate to any language that I want. So imagine the power of Azure, and you have the entire amount of different languages. I just have enabled these two in here, but I could enable any of the other. Let's go to the code for you to see what I'm speaking about. So in here, as you can see, I have the possibility to speak in English. But what if I create an application that I speak in French too? So in that case, this one I'm going to say to my code, okay, I'm going to speak in French. And then I'm going to add the possibility to translate to any other language. In this case, I only had Russian, I have German, and I have Chinese. But you can put Spanish, for example, and you can create an application in HoloLens with a hologram that can speak to another person in the language of their choice, just by connecting your application to cognitive services. So in this example, and let's hope this works because the Microsoft is being used, as I said, with another. Okay, hello, so this is a test. Okay, this is grabbing already what I'm talking, and as you can see, it keeps on going. This is detecting what I'm speaking. And what if I wanted to translate this? So right now, let's go back to our application. I have the possibility to translate to Russian. What if I choose Chinese? Everything that I'm speaking would be translated to Chinese automatically just by going, let me grab in here. So just by going to the server and going to Azure, this will translate everything into Chinese. It is even detecting the word Azure, and it keeps on translating. So that's how easy it is to consume a cognitive services, just by pointing out the endpoint and your key, and just moving all the thing that you are streaming to the cloud, and it's processing to different languages. As I said, you can go to Microsoft Doc and download this application, and you can interact with the cognitive services. There is also one other cognitive services that was just added to mixed reality, which is the bot services. So in here you have, for example, how would a bot service work with an architecture in your HoloLens app? You can also use the same bot to work with your Skype bot or your desktop bot or whatever platform. As you know, the power of the bot framework is absolutely a different amount of platforms, and you can take the power to include that also in your application. So you could create a bot and interact and chat with it through these different languages in a hologram. So the power that you can see there, it's amazing. And I have one other last demo here, which is my favorite. And it's something so simple, because in this case, I didn't use cognitive services. In this small example, I have the Mixed Reality Toolkit, but the Mixed Reality Toolkit already has the possibility to input different speech, as you can see here. You can input speech and give the possibility to a hologram to hear you. So not only works for buttons, because as you can see, Mixed Reality Toolkit already have buttons, and you can, instead of going and pressing the button, you can talk to your application and have different actions. But you could also you put it to something like this. So I have BB-8 in here, and I have a couple of, I'm not seeing, one second, guys. So I have a couple of hello, XR Innovation Rocks, and thank you all. And if I go in here and press this out, our BB-8 is already listening to me. He's listening everything what I say. So I'm going to say hello. And he's also interacting with me. And I can keep on talking. I'm going to say that XR Innovation rocks. And he thinks he also rocks. And finally, thank you all. Oh, he's not working now. Thank you all. Oh, it works. Okay, so as you can see, he's detecting what I'm saying. And what if I say again that XR Innovation rocks? XR Innovation rocks. Okay, so as you can see, he's hearing me, and you can interact and make amazing, cool application without going to cognitive services. So I think I'm on time. I think I have 6 minutes left. And I don't know if there are any questions, guys. You can just ping me and tell me if there are any questions.
Wow. Fantastic, Ivana.
Okay, I'm so glad you liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't have much time to get in depth in this, but you can go and check on the different videos that are online on my YouTube channel, and which I create all of this step by step.
Wow, what an incredible resource. Firstly, I just want to say you've given us so much opportunity to see the capability around what technology can do for us. And I love the choices that you've made around the demos. I think you've demonstrated things around accessibility and the ways in which we collaborate across the world and cross barriers around educational experiences, languages, all of those pieces. And so kudos to you with regards to the ways in which you're taking these pieces and combining them together into prototypes that give us all inspiration with regards to projects that we're probably working on. So thank you for that. I see a question appearing on the screen now, so we want to make sure we address those. And so it's asking, is the toolkit available for use? Tell us about that. How can we get it? How can we use it?
Well, you can go to Microsoft Docs and search for Mixed Reality. There is an entire area inside Microsoft Docs that can guide you from scratch And the amazing thing is that it is free to develop with Unity, it is free to develop with Mixed Reality Toolkit, and it's free to develop with Visual Studio. So you can create whatever you think. I'm just showing a couple of things, as you said, that can help us open a little bit your head to think about different things you can create. But the important thing is that this can also be used in business. So as you said, with accessibility, let's say you have someone that can, or not only accessibility, you have someone that their hands are being occupied with something and they need to interact with something or learn something, or using HoloLens, they can just talk to the application and the application can display the different information on it, or work with the holograms to help them, let's say, learn or whatever they need. You have the world, it's amazing. And I have one final video because I like to show videos in my sessions because that gives us the power to open up your minds. In that video, I saw something that there is already an investigation on using neural networks with holograms. So they are creating holograms that can already learn and that can already interact with vision, with speech, and they can already I don't know, reply to you and understand what you're talking to them. And just starting with this, you can get to something like that. Okay, I will share everything, guys. You can go to my blog, though. In my blog, I think I'm sharing my screen. 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, you can, while you direct us to your blog, one of the things that I was going to say, Ivana, is there are amazing opportunities as we start to get to the point in which we can use neural networks to train. And one of my dreams, just to share, and this is why this stuff excites me, is really creating a space where people can talk to technology and share their stories about who they are, about what makes them who they are, and actually learn to create profiles of people that demonstrate the amazing talent and diversity that exists and how that can translate to opportunity that someone needs around the world. So I think what you're showing is a perfect example of how technology is there and able to do those things for us for the first time ever. It's super exciting.
Yeah, that's and you also saw that Microsoft is investing a lot. They just launched Microsoft Mesh, which is something that can also help you interact. It is with hologram, and the hologram represents yourself, but they are already getting to this possibility of being everywhere and the possibility of not having to travel and just assist everyone through a platform that just displays a hologram. So yes, I agree with you on that. I agree that the power is this is just the beginning. I just show a couple of things because I didn't want to get in depth in more difficult stuff. But you can always start from here and stop and keep on learning about not only AI, which is a field that is absolutely enormous, is huge, not only with machine learning, but also, as we said, with neural networks, but also the services, which is something pretty easy to grab and just implement in your application.
Yeah, I love the idea that a hologram can actually be your mechanism to be seen by the world, not just physically seen, but seen as to who you are, right? What possibility exists in that? It's a pretty amazing time, I think, for us to really utilize this technology in great ways for people to really, really be seen and gain opportunity as a result of that. So thank you for all of that.
Not a problem, Jennifer.
Great.
Arome, comments,
Ivana?
questions?
Yeah. Somebody's asking, sorry, could you share the link to the repo for reuse if it's possible?
Yeah, so you can go to my blog. I have everything in there. You can just go and check everything from there. I even have tutorials that you can follow one step at a time. There are amazing things like, for example, Anchors, which is one other of the services that I mentioned, in which you can place hologram all over the world and people just can reach to it. And also Azure Remote Rendering, which is just rendering those holograms in the cloud for a higher quality. So I have a lot of information and tutorials in my blog.
Awesome. So do you have, I know there are a lot of women out there and girls that really want to get started with XR, right? But they either by limited by their environment or maybe by gender, right? Do you have any advice, any thoughts you'd like to share with any woman out there that's watching, right? I want to get started with XR.
Okay, so I mentor a couple of things, and a couple of girls, and the only advice I have for everyone is this is not easy, and you will face a lot of problems and hardware problems that I had another demo, guys, that didn't work, and we just had to put it away. But this is innovation, and for being part of innovation, you have to understand that things can work sometimes and things cannot work. And the other important things that we talking about holograms and the impact they may have is to create your applications, always thinking on how not to harm people, because this could bring really important mental health issues. There you need to, I don't want to get in the topic because it's a tough topic, but if you create, for example, a hologram of someone that is already deceased, and that could have a wrong impact, but just try to, as AI, responsible AI, you need to create everything thinking on the harm that could also produce in the world, okay? And just that, my advice is produce your whatever you are building responsibly. Learn that this is not going to be easy. You're going to be facing a lot of problems, that frameworks will update every day. And something that worked yesterday won't work tomorrow. But that's the amazing thing of learning this type of technology.
Great. Thank you so much, Ivana. One last question. Ryan is asking, are there any shared content and materials if he wants to get started? So I guess your blog would do.
One-stop shop. Everyone needs to go visit your blog right away. Sounds like you have amazing resources there.
But also Microsoft Docs has a lot of materials. One of the demos that I showed, the translation demo, all the code is in there. So you can just go and understand what's doing in each one of the parts of the code. So you can go straight to Microsoft Docs also.
Great. Thank you so much, Ivana. You did great. We'll have another session, a more detailed and a more open session where you can maybe work on your development and also share with the community.
Can I end up with a video, guys, so we can leave everyone?
Sure, you can. Yeah,
it is short. It is short. It is short. Okay, then let me share my screen. Okay, there it is. I don't know if you're seeing it.
Not yet.
Can't see it.
Okay, there we are.
There.
Okay.
Baby X.
Okay.
Is a lifelike simulation. Hey, you excited to be here? She's actually seeing me through the web camera. She's listening through the microphone. Ooh, yeah. Baby X is about exploring the nature of how would we build a digital consciousness if it's possible. We don't know if it's possible, but we're chipping away at that problem. Hey, baby. Hey.
Problem is an understatement for what Mark's chipping away at. His vision of the future is one where human and machine cooperate, and the best way to achieve that, he thinks, is to make AI as lifelike as possible.
So these are all driven by neural networks.
A neural network is a virtual, much simpler version of the human brain. The brain is the most complex system in our body. It's got 85 billion neurons, each of which fire nonstop, receiving, processing, and sending information. Baby X's brain is nowhere near as complex, but that's the goal. Instead of neurons, it's got nodes. The more the nodes are exposed to, the more they learn about.
Thank you for granting access to your microphone. It's good to hear you.
Today, most avatars are basically glorified customer service reps.
Rest assured, your health is my primary concern.
They can answer simple questions and give scripted responses.
I love helping our customers, so I'm keen to keep learning.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, go. So we have to capture all the textures of their face, the geometry of their face, big gnashy teeth, how their face deforms with all the different facial expressions. How about a kiss? You can do
with my eyes closed, because I don't kiss with my eyes open.
able to synthesize the sort of feel that you're interacting with Will. So Tia, I've got some stuff to hear.
We've got 16 variations.
16 variations. We take the voice data that we've got, and then we can enable the digital version of Will to say all kinds of different things.
Here's the forecast. Yo, check out the forecast. Yo, check out the weather and shit. Here's the weather. Check out the weather. Yeah, about to make it rain.
Poke out your tongue.
Tell me about growing up in Los Angeles.
I was born and raised in Boyle Heights, which is west of East Los Angeles, which is east of Hollywood, just east of downtown. Should it sound exactly like me? Nope. Should it sound a bit robotic? Yes. It should. For my mom.
I love that. I love that.
That explains exactly what I was saying.
Okay, we can answer this question before we go.
Sure.
William is asking, how do you commercialize these innovations on the premise that it might work today and not tomorrow? That's deep.
As I said, their frameworks update every day, but companies are focused on helping people, developers, being able to upgrade those applications without losing the power of the main thing that they built at the beginning. So you don't have to worry about that. We are seeing even more companies invest in not only virtual reality, mixed reality, but also augmented reality. Now we have Facebook, we have Toyota, everyone is investing in this platform. So you don't have to be afraid to innovate. That's something that I always encourage customers, because innovation is something great, because you can create a great impact with the products that you're building. But you also need to take consideration that you need to keep on working in order to have, it happens with every technology actually, but it's a little bit risky with innovation, even though you also have the company of everyone, like Microsoft, helping you not to lose the development that you did. Okay.
Great. Thank you so much, Ivana. Thank you for sharing an amazing session, I must say. We have to go now and prepare for our next session, and we'll catch up very soon and have a more engaging and a more wider session for you to share.
Okay, guys.
So thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Ivana.
Thank you, Arome.
Have
A pleasure.
Thank you, Ivana.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye.
So thank you, everyone. Up next is Daria. Daria runs an AR or an XR startup, and she'll be sharing also experiences with AR for also businesses. So thank you so much, and catch you all soon. Bye bye.
See you soon.